Hello there and welcome to my channel Novice Modelling in a Midlife Crisis. My name is Andy and today we're looking at my Italeri 135 scale Dodge WC-56/57 command car, which is kit number 228 and is branded as D-Day 80 years and was released in 2024. I'm doing this vid in conjunction with a You Choose My Next Build, which we're going to be building on D-Day, where I'm giving you guys the opportunity to vote on which kit I build next in the comments section. And the choices are also the DUKW, the Canadian-made Chevrolet 15 CWT 100-weight truck, and the M8 Greyhound, which we've already done a review for today. The other two kits will be up tomorrow. And this is what's in the box 266. So we've done 266 what's in the boxes. So standard procedure, we're going to go through the history of this kit first, and then we're going to have a look at the parts and the instructions and the blurb, etc, etc. So the Dodge WC-56 was originally a tooling from 1974 produced by a company called Max Plastic Models. It was then taken over by Peerless Max in 1975. Airfix also released it in 1975-76. 1976 Tomy released it, and 1981 is when Italeri started producing from this tooling, and they've produced it all the way up to this current iteration in 2024. Somewhere in between, it was also released by Testers in 1982, and at some point in the 1990s, Bilek also had a go at it as well. So there's the history of it. Let's have a look at the parts. So we'll start at the bottom, and as you can see, we have the chassis. So that's the bottom of it there, and you can see it's got a fuel tank with a bit of detail on it. Got a little bit of flash there, which is hardly surprising. We've got some suspension springs and what looks like a drive shaft and part of the transmission maybe. Not exactly certain, but it's double-sided. Yeah, okay, so that's that part done. We've got, which one should we do now? We'll do this one here. So this has got the actual floor pan of the vehicle, and as you can see, it's got the transmission housing here. It's got a couple of injection points here. Might need removing, or maybe there where some pedals go. We've got a storage box here with a bit of flash on it. We've got a rear bench seat. Is that a rear bench seat? A rear bench seat and a front bench seat by the look of it. What else have we got? We've got some side panels here. These are going to be these steps that get into the vehicle. They've got this nice detail on them, and that is possibly the boot, I'm thinking, at the back. Here we have the rear of the tarp cover, which has a space for a glaze section, but there's no glaze section with it, so I'm guessing that must be open. We also have a tarp in the lowered position, and we have it in the raised position also. As we can see, we've got some nice looking little sort of folds there to give it a little bit of detail. We have a nice little bit of stowage here. I think that's going to be the bulkhead in between the driver and the engine. And that looks like a seat panel for the seat to fit into. So that's that particular sprue done with. Next up, we have 5 wheels. Detail on the hubs, no detail on, nowhere marking on the actual tyres. I have noticed a bit of flash on these, so when they glue together they're going to need a bit of rubbing down, I should think. Guessing that one's going to be the spare, because it's got, yeah, that's a spare there, that one, that's a different one. What is it? I don't know. What am I talking about? So those tyres there go onto the back of the hubs. We have some extra parts of the wheel hubs here. Oh, looks like another part of a gas tan, a gasoline can. Yeah. Got another part here. Oh, this is a deleted part. This isn't for this particular kit. We've got the side panels for the rear wheel arches here. We've got some gas, some jerry cans with straps on. We get two options on the sort of grill that goes at the front. We've got a couple of front seats here. I think these are deleted. These aren't part of this particular kit, so they'll be going in the spares box, but they have some nice creases on them. What else we got? Another bit of mechanical. Not too sure what they are. And there's the bonnet. It's got some detail on it as well. And the final sprue contains our windshield. Some more mechanical bits. Got the exhaust. These are going to be the front mud guards. Some more springs. Some more drive shafts. Got a nicely detailed radiator there. Steering wheel. More mechanical bits. Shovel, axe. There's a gear stick. Steering wheel. Not too sure what that is. And that's our console display. So that all looks quite nice. We also get our windscreen with some windscreen wipers that need painting. And we get a decal sheet which gives us, looks like 3 different options. I'm thinking this one's going to be Brazilian again. When I was doing the M8 Greyhound, they actually did a Brazilian marked version, so I'm thinking that's Brazilian. So we've got 2 US and possibly 1 Brazilian. We'll confirm that a bit later on. So what is a Dodge WC-5657? The Dodge WC range of military transport vehicles was mainly produced by American industry during the Second World War. The development of WC-51/52 series aimed to create a light four-wheel drive utility vehicle characterised by great reliability and flexibility in any environment, and further enhanced by a good payload. The Dodge vehicle developed project was extremely successful, and together with the famous quarter-ton Jeep Willys, the Dodge WC 3/4-ton Beeps was the most produced vehicle by American armament factories during the Second World War, and which significantly contributed to the logistical needs of the United States Army on its various fronts. The Dodge vehicle, with its good payload of almost 700 kilograms, could be enhanced by the application of rear trailers, and was produced in numerous versions and with different fittings, and included flatbed, open cab, troop, ammunition and armament transport modes. The WC-56 version was specifically dedicated to communications and officer transportation tasks. So let's have a quick look at the instructions. As we can see, we've got our sprue diagrams here, which tells us in these grey zones here that we don't want these parts. So these are obviously for a flatbed version or something, I would think. So most of the parts are required. Section 1 is going to be the attachment of chassis. So we can see we've got the fuel storage compartment here. We've got the exhaust pipe going on. Front bumper. It's come to the front towing winch as well. And we've got a whole bunch of mechanicals going on the bottom. Suspension springs and drive shaft. Steering rack. And everything going on there as well. Section 4, we're going to be putting our radiator on. We're going to be putting the front mud guards on and the engine housing, if you can call it that, I suppose. And here we can see we get our 2 different options for the grille, versions B, C and A. I think we'll be doing the bigger one, the A. Section 5, we're going to put the chassis onto the pre-built engine housing and the floor pan. A whole load of gear sticks and knobs and levers to stick in there as well, and apparently get some decals to put in on the instrument panel. Section 6, we're going to start attaching wheels, mirrors, steering wheel. We've got the rear of the vehicle to go on, and we're going to put the side panels on also. Did we see the side panels? Where were the side panels? Forgot to look at those. There's the side panels there. Silly me. Right, section 7. We've got a little rack here to put all our tools on, which fixes to the back of the vehicle. We've got a selection of jerry cans and a storage box to put in. And then we're going to put our bench seats in also. Section 8 is pretty much just our hood down or hood up with our windscreen. And we've got something else to put on here as well. So as we can see, we got a couple of nice coloured diagrams on. We've got a Dodge WC-35 US Army unit unknown on Utah Beach. So as we're doing this D-Day, we will probably, I would assume, do that one. We have a Dodge WC-57 US Army 5th Army Headquarters, Cesena, Italy, July 1944. So we're doing D-Day, so we can't do that one. And here we go, yeah, Brazilian Expeditionary Force, 2nd Group of Motor-Towed Howitzers, Italy, 1944. So if everyone who wants to know what the Brazilian marking looks like, it looks like that. It's a circle with some little stars in it. Pretty cool. So we previously said this is part of the YouTube's My Next Build feature. So we've got the 4 vehicles to choose from, and all I'm asking you guys to do is to drop a comment in the comment section below, and I'll top those up on June the 5th at midnight. And whichever of the 4 vehicles gets the most votes, so it's this one, the Dodge 57, the Chevy 1500 weight truck, the UKW Duck, or the M8 Greyhound. Whichever one of those gets the most votes is the one that I'm going to try and build on D-Day within 24 hours. It's just going to be a very simple build. I'm not going to bother doing any sort of, or try to do any weathering, because I'm pretty new to doing that anyway. And hopefully we'll get it done between sort of 5 and 6 AM and midnight. So we'll just go with a basic build, no figures to deal with, and we'll get it primed and we'll get a top coat on. And if I've got time, I'll try and put some dust and mud on it as well. So thanks very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe. And tomorrow morning we'll be doing the DUKW with another What's in the Box. So thanks for watching. Be seeing you.